Hello YouTube, I'm back again. This time I'm back with something different. It ain't a music video reaction this time. It's actually 10 most underrated cities in the US of A, this place. Right, it's the original is from Discover Top 10 Places. I will leave a link in the comments and description. Sorry, not comments, in the description. Right, let's get on with it. 10 most underrated cities in the USA. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello friends, in this video we are going to discover the top 10 most underrated cities in the USA. Mention that you'll be spending a long weekend in San Francisco, Miami, or New York City and you're guaranteed to get oohs and ahs. Mention that you're traveling to Cleveland or Detroit and you're more likely to hear crickets. But just because people haven't wisened up about these cities yet doesn't mean that they aren't exciting. After all, sometimes popular opinion is just plain wrong. Remember how many people loved the Twilight Saga? If you want to go to the coolest emerging cities, or the ones that have been quietly amazing for a while now, before influencers get there, plan your next vacation to these underrated US destinations. You won't get bragging rights now, but you'll get to be that person who claims you went to them before they were cool. Kindly make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon before we start this video about the 10 most underrated cities in the USA. Now let's dig deeper into each of the top 10 most underrated cities in the USA. Number 10.
Before we get started, let me know if you agree with this list in the comments. Tell me if you think they are underrated or they are rated just perfectly fine. They are just where they should be on the list. Right, let's get back to it. 10 most underrated cities in the USA. Number 10.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Like other cities, Pittsburgh's bad streak seems to be over. In recent years, it's transformed from the Steel City to a trendy cosmopolitan center whose warehouses now house concept bars and fusion restaurants. Meanwhile, few city hubs these days are as vibrant as Pittsburgh's Market Square, where art installations and evolving pop-ups keep a focus on what's new and next. Pittsburgh has also reinvented itself as a tech hub, with its very own robotics row hosting several tech companies and startups. A trendy dining and nightlife scene have naturally followed. Number 9. Detroit, Michigan. For a long time, Detroit was the poster child for booming cities that succumbed to globalization. Known as Motor City for its past as the headquarters of American car manufacturing and later as the birthplace of the Motown music scene, Detroit's almost complete economic crash is infamous. Luckily, the clouds seem to have parted for Detroit, which is now one of the country's more interesting purveyors of all that's new and cool. To take one example, the city offers not only breweries and distilleries but also a collection of meaderies serving the rarely enjoyed sweet libation. And its street art is among the most thought-provoking in America today. Spend some time in the shiny downtown area, shop around for alternative souvenirs and rare vinyls and listen to Motown at underground bars as you discover, or rediscover, a city reborn. Number 8. Providence, Rhode Island. Travelers seeking a New England getaway tend to consider other destinations before thinking about Providence. But make no mistake, this capital city and lively college town is equally if not more appealing than the Bostons and Portlands of the region. Providence is a destination for art lovers who also want a great dining scene, and the East Coast seasons New England is so famous for. There are plenty of galleries where you can see local art, while Westminster Street is lined with restaurants and small breweries. Make sure to check the schedule for waterfire events, which light the city's riverfront with bonfires for an immersive cultural experience. Number 7.
That's something I'd like you to do as well in the comments. Anybody from any of these places, like they've just said there, cultural things like that, what did you say, waterfire, yeah, it's, weird things like that go on in your state or your city that perhaps I won't know about, or even other people in America don't know about in other states. Because I know we've got a lot of wacky and weird, God, I can't even think of the word now, traditions that we do from hundreds of years ago. So I was wondering what sort of things America's got. Leave some in the comments for me to check out some videos of some of the traditions you do.
Washington. Independent restaurants, small thrift stores, and a taste for the quirky and weird dominate Olympia's scene. Often ignored in favor of busy Seattle, Olympia is like the cool local band only those in the know are aware of. Visit the state capitol, spend time at Percival Landing Park, the best of the city's trio of waterfront parks, and catch a local live music show. From the city's downtown center, a National Historic District, enjoy the best views of magnificent Mount Rainier. Number 6. Helena, Montana. Helena's history as Montana's capital might be shady. In a race against Anaconda, both sides
Never heard of Helena, but heard of
boats,
Montana though.
but it sure is interesting. Before becoming the capital, this city near the mountains was once a mining camp, where people came with a strong lust for gold. Of course, the city is much larger than it was when it was a mere western settlement, but its historic Main Street, appropriately called Last Chance Gulch, maintains some of its beautiful original brick buildings. Not surprisingly, considering its location amid Montana's epic wilderness, Helena is also a city that caters to outdoor enthusiasts.
What building's that? If it doesn't say here, let me know in the comments what building that is. Please.
Hike, bike, cross-country ski or kayak, whatever you do, just make sure to get outside. For good measure, both Yellowstone and Glacier National Parks are within a short distance of the city as well. Number 5. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque is a magnificent destination for all kinds of travelers. Its old town retains Spanish colonial architecture and houses several museums dedicated to Native American history. Outside the historic center, you'll find a more modern side to New Mexico's largest city. Nature lovers, meanwhile, can get their kicks in the nearby Sandia Mountains and the high desert, which hides petroglyphs within. If you visit during October, you can enjoy the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, one of the largest hot air balloon festivals in the world. Learn about the indigenous communities that have populated the area at this Adobe museum that also hosts immersive arts festivals. Number 4. Louisville, Kentucky. Get ready for a bourbon-filled adventure in surprisingly eclectic Louisville, which might just be Kentucky's most exciting city. Of course, getting on the Urban Bourbon Trail and enjoying the city's most famous product is an absolute must.
Bourbon.
But your culinary experience need not end there, as you can also enjoy a wide selection of farm-to-table restaurants and sip homegrown beers at a robust collection of craft breweries. Make sure, too, to explore the outdoors at an excellent arboretum or aboard the Belle of Louisville, the oldest Mississippi River-style steamboat still in operation in the U.S. It's over a century old. And then, of course, there's the Kentucky Derby, which lands on many a bucket list for a reason. The history of baseball and the city's iconic Louisville Slugger bat get their due at this museum where, among other home run attractions,
We used to have machines in our local arcade called the Kentucky
bat
Derby.
vault showcases 3,000 original models. Number 3. Sacramento, California. It might be the Californian capital, but Sacramento falls in the shadow of larger and shinier cities like
Heard of that place because of Even Stevens. I used to love that when I was younger. Even Stevens was brilliant.
and San Francisco.
That was Sacramento.
If you'd rather spend your vacation in a city where your money goes further and you don't have to pay just to drive down a street, this is the place to be. Get a crash course on California history by walking around the old Sacramento Historic District and Sutter's Fort State Historic Park, where the state's western pioneer past is brought to vivid life. Then get a sense of where the state is today by hitting up the city's newly developed downtown commons, where bars, game lounges and restaurants ring the splashy new arena for the NBA Kings. Families in particular love exploring this museum dedicated to the contributions of the railroad to the development of the state. You can even hitch a ride on a vintage locomotive. Number 2. St. Petersburg, Florida. Overshadowed by nearby Tampa, St. Pete is truly a hidden Gulf of Mexico gem.
Heard of Florida.
Floridians in the know go here for quiet beaches with impossibly soft sand and the chance to watch wild dolphins at play as the sun sets over the horizon.
I'd love to
Fresh
go to
seafood,
Florida.
a laid-back vibe and the Guinness World Record for the most consecutive days of sunshine ever recorded combine to make this one of the best beach vacations you can take. Away from its sandy shores, the city also touts a top-rate craft beer scene. You can even explore multiple brew stops along the cleverly rebranded Gulf Coast. Number 1. San Antonio, Texas. Texan barbecue, Spanish colonial churches and a gorgeous river walk are just some of the offerings of this wonderful Texan city. Lost within the massive size of the state, and overshadowed by Austin, Dallas and Houston, San Antonio can more than hold its own against any of these cities. The famous Alamo is its biggest draw, closely followed by the San Antonio Missions, made up of 4 18th century churches built during Spanish colonization. After taking in these historic attractions, stroll around the city's riverfront, which has earned its nickname as the American Venice and, by night, is the place to be for live music, dancing, and bar hopping. Best yet, the cuisine here is just as good as in Texas' more popular cities. Don't leave without trying a breakfast taco, a local favorite. Market Square, the gigantic open-air market, delivers on the Texan promise of authentic Mexican food and delectable Tex-Mex fusion cuisine. Its 100-plus locally owned shops also sell authentic Mexican goods, from wood carvings to painted guitars to candies. So, which are your favorite cities among the top 10 most underrated cities in the USA? Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content of this video, click the...
That was 10 most underrated cities in the USA. I couldn't comment on what I thought was... I've only just realised right at the very end how down that is. Right. Terrible. I'm not starting again. It is what it is. If you made it this far, I'm sorry that was so bad. Right, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, please. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Bye-bye.